I think the most important aspect was that my employer brought it to me. It was actually really encouraging that an employer would think about my well-being, both inside the office and out. I think that's the thing that made me want to kind of invest as much in it as possible. Ultimately, my employer pays me to do a job well, and I try my best, but for them to actually want to invest something more in me, that was really rewarding. And then ultimately I'm at that stage in my life where I wanted to make sure that I was invested in myself in all of the right things, and so kind of just jumped in with both feet. I think for me, I had a very active early on life, so I danced competitively and did a lot of martial arts, then had a major injury and put a lot of weight on. And gaining a huge amount of weight for whatever reason can be really debilitating, and it's a really huge hurdle to overcome. And actually looking at the course and the different aspects that it focuses on gave me hope that there was a way to kind of chip away at things that would help kind of hone and focus my attention to then deal with my weight. So for me, that's kind of the biggest aspect and the bits that I focused on more so. So then the bits that it has then focused and improved on is that I'm finding more joy in the things that I'm coming up against each day. I'm taking time to focus the attention on myself, whereas I always put myself last. I am the head of my family, I'm a single parent, I'm a senior member of the team here. So actually everyone always comes to you, so to put yourself first it's not a natural forte for me, so actually that's something that's helped massively, and I've used that outside of work as well. So dealing with personal tragedy like losing my mum, rather than taking all of that on myself, I have shared that with my siblings, and I think having this course that's helped me reflect, it's meant that I've pushed some of that back as well, which ultimately has helped improve my mental health more than anything. I hope that all of the things that I've learned I will continue to put into action. I think some of the habit building and the habit stacking is the bits that will probably help the most with that. I do find that things are easier as they become habits, and the more that I can ingrain that in myself, the easier it will be. I think going forward, what I need to do is keep reflecting, keep coming back to the goals I've set, make sure that I'm rewarding myself for the things that I'm doing, and then focus on the things that I said I wanted deep down inside, because I know that only by building on those things that I want to focus on day to day that I'm going to get those long-term things. I think it will be with diligence, and I think having gone through it with my employer as well, it's something that they'll help me focus on too. It's very easy to start a wellbeing programme at home, no one else be invested in it but you. Whereas here, I'm actually surrounded by people that I spend an awful lot of time with, and if I wanted to talk to someone about it over lunch, I could. Yes, now this was an interesting question because we obviously saw some of these questions beforehand, so we had a chance to kind of think about what our answers were going to be. And actually this question was the one that threw me the most, because I hadn't considered so much that it had improved my performance at work, and it wasn't until that question was asked that I thought, oh, hang on a minute. So for the last sort of 10, 12, 14 weeks, I'd said to my boss, I feel like I've been storming it the last sort of 10, 12 weeks, and I hadn't really given this the benefit, that it hadn't come to the front of my mind that this actually could have played a crucial role, because a lot of the stuff had been investment as me and as an individual. But I think if anything, what it's shown to me is how investing all of that stuff leads into the improved performance at work, improved performance at home, and all of those things, and actually ties together a lot of what you said at the beginning of the course. It wasn't until that question was asked that I realised actually the impact it had. I mean, it's not the only thing. There have been other good things going on in my life, but I don't know that I necessarily would have stopped and taken the joy out of them had I not been doing this course, or taken as much joy from them as I have done.